My name is A Mighty Beard, and we are back here once again for another episode on the Unorthoblocks server, emanating from the Mushroom City. And yeah, it's been a while. It's been some time since we last were here together, and I would like to say it's been about a month. It's been about a month since we were here together. Me recording anything really. And yeah, successful month. Successful, nowhere near relaxing. It was not a vacation by any means. So much stuff going on, but we have officially moved. We are now South Carolinians or Akalakians, or I don't know what we are right now, but we're in South Carolina, and we have our second daughter here as well, and that is pleasant. And yeah, I suppose I should say, of course, I didn't completely avoid jumping onto the server and just doing some stuff here and there, because there was plenty of stuff to do. Just kind of boring stuff, Like first, we added some more of these overhangs, so the banners with the leaves. We've got them over here as well, although we've got to get a little bit more overgrowth here. We added some up here too, just connect the shops with this building. I think it just adds a nice touch. It makes everything feel kind of connected, and I really just like the greenery in the city. I think that has a nice flair to it. So I definitely want to do more depending on what else we build out here. But you might also notice we got rid of all the trees here. So there were, I think, 6 trees in total, because we were treating this as a bit of a park, but it was always, unfinished. But I think I want to actually put a building here, something. I don't know what. I've got a couple designs in mind, but the function I haven't quite figured out yet. So once I get this function figured out, we'll go ahead and build. In the meantime, on this side of the island, we did a little bit more work. So let's go ahead and land here. So yeah, we added some more grass and kind of spread that out. We also planted a few pumpkins because we had a little bit of a project to undertake. I did record a little bit of that, so let's show that. And overall, I think it was a successful project. I mean, we wanted to protect Travis. He was dying left and right, creepers exploding all over the place, and so adding a little bit of protection is always a nice thing to do, especially when he was streaming. But hey, fun fact that we learned during that project, because I always like walking away from something like that, learning something. And what we learned is that frozen oceans, it actually rains there. So snow golems do not survive. The ones inside did, of course, but the ones outside died pretty quickly. It was sad. But frozen oceans, it rains. It doesn't make sense. I think it should snow there, but regardless, we set them up with some iron golems, so the police force are in full effect over there, and yeah, I think that's going to come in handy for him coming up. But outside of the greenery and outside of the pumpkin patch that we've set up, we also dug out this area, so we extended the wall all the way around, and yeah, we dug out this whole block so that we can go ahead and start work on what's going to go here. And last time we had talked about this area, we were going to put some kind of storage warehouse here so that anyone who is coming in on the boats through the port could drop off their goods here. And then up top, we would have some shops. So I was thinking Fletcher, maybe a butcher, something. At least 2 or 3 shops can go up here. and maybe some more shops over here. I haven't quite decided for sure, but definitely here, definitely here. And here at the city hall, we also moved all of our storage, all of our wood storage. We had moved it over onto this side. Now, unfortunately, during that time, we were suffering from some like major lag issues. you know, Trying to play Minecraft on a server while at the hospital. Probably not the best of ideas, but we tried, and yeah, unfortunately, we lost pretty much all of our wood supplies. So we did a lot of AFKing, and we chopped down a bunch of trees, but we've gone ahead and moved everything over here, and yeah, we're looking pretty good. We're looking pretty good. We've got much birch and oak as we need. We got a little bit of everything else, but yeah, I think if it feels good to have all that stuff on this side rather than all the way over here, and it also gives us a little bit more flexibility on what we actually want to put here at the city hall. So yes, we were playing Minecraft while at the hospital, waiting for the baby to arrive, and or while everyone slept and I just needed something to do. I mean, because you're sitting there, you're sitting there for so long and nothing's happening, and no one's like, it's just weird. It's just weird, right? So yeah, we did play a little. We came on the server, did some small tasks, but now I think we're really ready for a big project, or at least soon. See, I want to do one more thing before we fully get into the big projects, because we've got the city hall, we've got our the port area that we want to wrap up. Those are two big projects. We've got another thing behind us here in the center of town we want to build up. But I think one thing that I want to do before we do any of that, and that is kind of finishing some things. See, we've got quite a few builds here, but one thing is pretty common with all of them, and that is there's no roofs. Yeah, right? Like what is this? This is this a roof? No. I think we should actually build some proper roofs. Roofs. I don't know. Anyways, let's go ahead. Let's go into time lapse, because I just want to build some roofs and get this out of our system. Slowly get back into major builds for our city here, and then we can get ready for our big projects. Let's do it. So besides doing some small tasks around the base, we've also been doing a lot of resource gathering, like here at Sunny's base. Sunny has this trading hall, which makes it a lot easier to get supplies, a lot easier than it is at our base. I think for next season, a trading hall is probably going to work better for us, especially for resource gathering. I mean, I love having the villagers walking around town. I think that adds a nice touch of life to the city. But as far as practicality goes, it makes it a bit more complicated. But we now have quite a bit of glass, which is gonna come in use. So yeah, we've got 4 shulkers of glass, and yeah, we've got some projects that we're gonna need some glass for. Now, another thing we did was we cleaned up the storage room or the warehouse. Really, the warehouse is free of random barrels, random chests and shulkers, which is super nice. So everything is fitting in really swell. And we also moved all of the food items out of the light shop, and we set up the light shop to have all of our things, which is swell. It's nice to be organized. All right, but looking at the roofs that we put together, yeah, I think it just adds a nice touch. It closes everything up, and it also adds a little bit of clarification. Although now I'm stuck, but yeah, it adds a little bit of clarification as far as how are these buildings being powered? How are these buildings being air conditioned? All that stuff. So yeah, the hotel, we've got some power cells as well as some air conditioning units. Up top of the cactus farm, we have our solar panels. And yeah, I think overall, everything adds a nice touch. And then up here on top of the gold farm, we just laid just some blacktop. So some blackstone slabs. And this is mostly like we wanted to make sure it was lit, but we also wanted to eliminate as much of our spawning spaces as possible because again, we're over the ocean on this back quadrant. So yeah, eliminating spawning platforms is always a good thing. Now, 15 or so episodes ago, we set up the city hall, and there was one section where I knew I wanted to build it, but not sure what to put in it. There was question mark, question mark, question mark, and Lady Bex, of course, put in this wonderful statue, this wonderful piece of artwork to kind of illustrate that. But it got me thinking that having some kind of art gallery and or museum here would be super swell. So I definitely want to move forward with that. It's not something that that we'll be able to finish today, but I'm thinking we'll do the old crisscross pattern of birch logs as our floor, and we'll have big glass walls. I think that'd be super swell. But the other thing that I want to do here is kind of commemorate just well to you. So still here, if you're still here at this part of the episode, it's really to commemorate, uh, you know, everything that we've been able to do together over the year and a half, 2 years that this YouTube channel's been around, and we've had some steady growth, and yeah, we're getting to the point where monetization is a thing that we're going to be able to do. We're just about 100 or so subscribers from getting to that quota that YouTube requires. But here's the deal: I was a YouTube Premium subscriber for the longest time, so I never saw ads for at least the last like 4 or 5 years. And as a cost saving measure for the move and everything else, I shut off some subscriptions, and one of them included YouTube Premium. So now I see ads, and I understand how annoying that is, especially because it would just break like in the middle of a sentence for someone, or in the middle of a time lapse, and that's annoying. That is annoying. That is something that I don't necessarily want to happen to my videos. So instead, what I would like to do is give you guys a way to support me directly, and because with man, what with YouTube, from what I understand, this is part of my research. From what I understand, it would take about 1,000 views on a video for me to gain a single dollar, right? Or I could go through Patreon and you could subscribe to me on Patreon for $1, and I'd get that right away. I'd get that from you on a monthly basis, and I think that's what I would like to do. Obviously, a goal of mine is to do YouTube as a side hustle, right? Um, and but I don't want to make it annoying. I don't want to make it annoying for you or for me or for for everyone. Get away from me, man. So yeah, the last thing I want to do is be annoying to you guys, inserting ads randomly. So instead, we're going to go to the Patreon route. Now that is going to fund me directly. It's also going to motivate me to continue to dedicate as much time as I can. Again, I've got a 9 to 5. I've got all this life stuff happening right now. So the more motivation I can get to let me know, yeah, this is okay. Keep doing this. Keep pushing. Keep playing Minecraft with you guys. The more the merrier. So I definitely want to see that take off. And if it does open some opportunities for us to do more things together. Maybe Patreon only streams, Patreon only content. Or maybe we can see a fan server of some kind get set up. I don't know. There's a lot of opportunities. We just have to open up those doors to get there. So, but all that information, the Patreon link, it is in the description. So head on over there if you want to support me directly on a monthly basis. But yeah, I'm looking forward to see how things progress. We have so much left here to do here at the base. One thing that we didn't do as far as roots go was this guy right here, and it primarily has to do with this billboard. We need to figure out how we want to tie in the Dinner Bone Zone sign into a billboard. So once we have that idea in place, we can go ahead and finish. This side. I don't know if I want to build it up or just put up another wall. Maybe add another building on top. I don't know. There's a lot of things to think about. But that's it. My name is Mighty Beard. It has been a pleasure, and we will play Minecraft together again very soon. Later.